God dag. Velkommen til webinar, alle sammen. Jeg heter Torbjørn Hansen. Jeg daglig leder i Screentech, ImageShop, og Potet, får vi kanskje si. Og har sett frem til å kunne ha dette webinaret egentlig siden påsketider, når vi begynte å jobbe med integrasjonen. Det skal handle om Adobe, ImageShop og CI-hub, og hvor bra disse løsningene kan jobbe sammen for å gi oss enda mer glede av bildebanken vår. Jeg tenker at dette en stor begivenhet. ImageShop integrert med kongen og dronningen av bildebehandling og videoproduksjon. Det ble bra. Jeg håper at dere som med oss i dag vil like det dere får se nå utover i webinaret. Selve utviklingsarbeidet knyttet til denne integrasjonen, det har jo vært et samarbeid mellom CI-hub og ImageShop. Vi har altså jobbet i 3/4 år med dette. Og nå skal vi presentere det ferdige resultatet. Vi synes det veldig bra. Vi har enkelte kunder som allerede har vært på banen og prøvd dette ut, og ikke minst så føler vi det at det å få til dette samarbeidet mellom ImageShop og CI-hub, det har vært veldig vellykket. Og vi har lov til å forvente egentlig flere resultater fra dette samarbeidet i år som kommer. For her det mulighet for flere integrasjoner og flere gode produkter for dere som bruker ImageShop. Vi har invitert kunder i dag fra Norden, altså nordiske brukere av ImageShop til dette webinaret. Så vi har altså brukere fra Sverige, Danmark, Grønland og Norge. Jeg håper alle forstår norsk, og så jeg skal forsøke å snakke så tydelig som mulig. Og så blir det da en overgang til engelsk i løpet av noen minutter når Andreas skal dra oss igjennom programmet. Da gir jeg ordet til Sunniva, så du skal introdusere videre her, Sunniva. Hadde du kunnet se deltakerne her, så hadde du nok kjent igjen flere av de. Du har regelmessig kontakt med kundene våre, og så vær så god.
Hallo alle sammen, jeg heter Sunniva, jeg jobber som prosjektleder for ImageShop. Jeg skal begynne nå helt innledningsvis med litt praktisk informasjon. Webinaret vil vare i ca. 45 minutter, så vi ferdig rundt 1:15. Vi tar opp webinaret, sånn at dere vil få det tilsendt på e-post i etterkant. Vi kommer til å ha en chat som Torbjørn her skal følge med på underveis, hvis det noen kommentarer, spørsmål, noe som dukker opp. Og helt i slutten av webinaret så kommer vi til å ha en Q&A, sånn at vi har en egen boks også for Q&A. Hvis det noen spørsmål angående funksjonalitet eller pluggene, så tar vi det opp på slutten. Da skal vi se her. Her ser vi da programmet for dagen. Det viktigste jo uten tvil demonstrasjonen av pluggene. Men helt i starten her så skal jeg bare ta en liten gjennomgang av det vi har jobbet med det siste året. Noen høydepunkter, og det vi skal jobbe med til neste år. Noen nyheter som kommer der også. Så blir det da demonstrasjon, og så blir det Q&A på slutten. Så aller først noen høydepunkter da fra dette året som har gått. Det jo først og fremst Adobe-pluggene, de nyeste pluggene som vi nå har tilgjengelig. Vi har også jobbet med noen nye forside-templates, som gjør at dere har større mulighet til å tilpasse forsiden av bildebankene deres. Vi har også fokusert mye på samtykke og vår samtykkeadministrasjon. For dere som har Sanity CMS, så har vi en helt ny integrasjon mot den også, så man kan få tilgang til bildene direkte i publiseringsverktøyet. Og i den forbindelse har vi også oppdatert vårt Craft og Drupal-plugin til den nyeste versjonen i år. For Office-pluginet vårt, som da går mot PowerPoint og Word, så har vi nå oppgradert med Single Sign-On eller AD-pålogging, sånn at man da slipper pålogging med brukernavn og passord. Så har vi jo allerede jobbet med å utarbeide roadmap for neste år. Vi vet at det er mange av våre kunder som har vært interessert i en bedre eller mer avansert sortering av innholdet. Så det har vi allerede begynt å jobbe med, og det kommer på begynnelsen av nyåret her. Videre så vil det være fortsatt mye fokus på vårt API og integrasjoner. Vi kommer til å utarbeide en mer generell funksjon for integrering mot nettbutikk, PIM-systemer. Vi vil også bli tilgjengelige med direkte publisering til sosiale medier fra bildebanken. Og vi kommer til å jobbe med å oppgradere funksjonalitet i vår brandguide, profilhåndbok. Men også jobbe med både dette med prosjekter og måter for å samarbeide med bilder i bildebanken. Så det blir våre fokusområder for neste år. Ok, da er vi klare. I will switch to English now, Andreas.
Thank you.
We have the pleasure of introducing you as the founder and leader of CI Hub. We have had a journey together since the spring of this year, and we are very, very happy for you to present the results from the work in this webinar. We are very satisfied, and we see that several of our customers are already up and running with this plugin. So Andreas, the stage is yours.
Thank you. If you stop the screen sharing, then I can switch to my screen. Perfect. Let me just find the right screen. This is it. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Good. Then thanks a lot for giving us the opportunity to present the CI Hub. My name is Andreas. I'm together with my two partners, the founders of CI Hub. The idea of CI Hub is that we want to give users a very easy ability to connect to their assets. And yeah, it's not doing what I want here. So I do it manually. Let me just switch. So the only thing what we do is we build plugins. I show you today the plugins for the Adobe world, but there's also Sketch and Figma, which is something which is very, very helpful if you can connect all of your assets there in a very simple way. We do have Office and Google Workspace. That doesn't matter in that case because there are some really amazing plugins already. So we focus on all of the Adobe products today. The big benefit is that you can already connect to a variety of systems. The important thing with that is that you do have really nice ImageShop integration and you have all of your assets in ImageShop, but you know, maybe you're an agency, then you have to also connect to Getty Images or to Shutterstock, or maybe you have to share something with the Dropbox. The wonderful thing is that works all from one plugin. So you don't have to switch systems and you can stay within your Adobe products and connect to all of your assets, even if you have your main assets in the ImageShop system. That's everything on the theoretical part. I like to switch to my InDesign here and give you a tour of the plugin itself and show you a little bit about the different capabilities. This is my InDesign. With my InDesign, I have my plugin here on the right side. The installation of the plugin and to connect to the ImageShop system takes approximately 2 minutes. you find the plugin in the Adobe store. You just go to the Adobe store, say install plugin, and it will be immediately downloaded and installed in all of your Adobe product. As you've seen in the beginning, in the moment, we do support InDesign, Photoshop, Illustrator, InCopy, Premiere Pro, and After Effects. So the whole range from layouting to image manipulation to video and to web animations, it's all covered by the plugin. And the great thing is all of that content you need can come from the ImageShop system, and you can upload everything into the ImageShop system and then work with your colleagues and share it with your colleagues. I am already connected to my ImageShop system. You see here in the navigation, I have selected my ImageShop. I do have a Dropbox in addition and a Getty. We go through that in a couple of moments. With the ImageShop system, you have the ability to search by your categories. The system is really cool because you don't have to have everything in a folder. It's all in a category. If you select ImageShop as a navigation, you can select the areas, you can select the language, you can do a full text search. Let me search for man, and then it automatically finds all assets which have that metadata. You can also select it by category, and I say I just want to have something from the category office, and you see here are all the images in that category with office. You do see we try to really make it easy to find your assets. You immediately get a visual of that asset. You can decide based on your setup if you want to have that a little bit smaller or bigger. So it's up to your individual taste and configuration. And you also, and this is sometimes a little bit easier to work with, is you get a list view. And the nice thing about the list view is you just click on the header here and you say just sort it by size. So I have the small ones on top, or now I have the large ones on top. So it's very simple to navigate through the system and find whatever you want. The idea is always to give you the ability that you can work very fast with these assets. If I double click on an asset, let me click on this image here, you immediately get all of the details of the asset. You will see all the metadata of the asset. And you see here in that demo instance, there are custom metadata. Also, if you have custom metadata set up in your ImageShop system, you will also see these custom metadata. And now if you want to use the asset, you just click on the asset, you drag and drop it into your, in that case, my empty InDesign document. The asset will be made available and it's immediately here and I can place it. So it's really simple to work with that asset. And what is really nice, you can also just copy and paste the metadata of the image. So imagine you have to create a product information or a product sheet or a price list. It's just drag and drop and you not just get the image, but you also get the metadata. Imagine we all know how much metadata an asset can have. You don't need to type it again or go to a different source. It's right in here and it's very handy to work with that. So let us use this image and maybe let us use this image here. You can also do it directly from here, or you can just do a right click and say place and link. And then that image will also be immediately available to install. You can also do that with 2 or 3 images at the same time. The system will make these assets available and then place it, we call it a place gun. So you can say, this is the first image I've loaded, this is the second image I loaded, and this is the third image I loaded. So you automatically get all of these images in here and you can place them in your InDesign document. Maybe you say, oh, I've used this image so many times in my brochures. wouldn't it be, it would be better if I can have an image which maybe I can purchase at Getty. So there is a functionality in the panel which we call similarity search. So if that image here is selected or this image here is selected, you can just click on the button similarity search. It gives you the ability to now search for similar images in Getty or in Shutterstock. Let me click on Getty, and it will immediately find all assets that look similar from Getty. And you see, they have this one. You can also double click on that image. You can now use the lay file from Getty. And then if you want to really use that image, you can easily upload that image then into the system, which is really easy. You see, I just selected the metadata. If you want to see how much that image would cost, or you may want to buy it, you can just click on open in browser, and it will immediately bring you to the Getty page, to that image. This is an image I can't purchase in Germany, but I get all the informations. And if I would have the ability to purchase it, it would automatically be purchasable. If I have done that, you see, this is an image with a watermark. If I have the right to use the real image, it would immediately be exchanged through the high-res image without the watermark. Okay, so imagine we have finished our setup, and maybe we have one thing we don't like this image and want to change that. Let me just go back to my ImageShop system. Let me go back to my thing here. And I do think I want to use this one. Very nice function also here. If I have selected that image and I selected this one, I just click on replace, and it will immediately replace the selected image with the new image. And it will keep all of your configuration and insert properties which you have done in your InDesign document. Click, as soon as the image is there, it will be replaced. Very nice, very simple. So this is a very easy way on how you can work with assets and with images in InDesign or Photoshop. We have an additional functionality which is quite nice. We call it the link panel. I just opened my link panel here. With the link panel, we have a very sophisticated way on how we can check the layout file, which you see here, against the database you're connected to. And you see, I have in my layout a couple of images which I got from ImageShop. What I can do now, I can check if these images are all available in the system, and you will immediately get the information that the image which I just got from from Getty is missing in the database, so no matching asset found in ImageShop. To update my ImageShop system, the only thing I need to do is just click on this button. Select an interface where that asset should belong to. I do it for the internal one. And if I click on that button, that image will automatically be made available in the ImageShop database and will be relinked and will be available for my colleagues in the system. This is a very nice functionality. Imagine you get a new InDesign document from an agency, or you're an agency and you get that from your customer. You know how much time and effort you need to upload all the assets into the system and double check if that asset is not already available. So with that functionality, it's just one click and all of the informations are immediately available in your system. That really saves a lot of time in working with your creative assets. Okay, this is a very quick overview on what you can do easily with with the system. Let me go back into my assets here. Again, you see all of these assets. And let me double click on that asset. Yeah, Functionalities which are also in there is if you're using, let's say, a logo in a brochure and that logo is 10 times in the brochure and needs to be changed, there are functionalities to just do one click and replace them all at once. So this is really easy. So in my case, I would now like to upload my InDesign file to my system also, so my colleagues can work on that. So the only thing is I'm saving that document to my folder here, and now I can upload that InDesign file also to my system. We called it an untitled document. We select the interface, we use the public one, and now I can easily upload my file to the system. And now everybody has access to the assets I'm using and to all of the images in my document. Very simple to use and very simple to share. This is how it works in InDesign, and as you can imagine, it works in the same simple way in all the other products. I have prepared my Photoshop here. Let me just open an empty Photoshop asset here, and then there it is. As you see, the panel is the same simple panel as you're already knowing it from my InDesign. One functionality which is very nice, I don't have my my connection here right now, so it's very simple. I can just load my profile. It's loading my profile. It tells me what is all in my document, in my profile included. I click on OK, and now I immediately have also access to my ImageShop system. So let me go back to my ImageShop here. Let me search for man again. Find the same assets in here. And now what I can do is I can just say open in Photoshop. Now there is my asset coming in Photoshop. I could now do some changes to that image. I think I can just change a couple of colors in here. Done, you know, I like it a lot. And I also can upload that asset back into my system. And I can do an update of the existing file. I'm using this one. Click OK. And that file will automatically be uploaded and updating my existing file here. Takes a couple of seconds till it's there. Just refresh it. Takes a couple of seconds and then we have that updated file. So you see, the idea behind that is that you have your asset wherever you need it without the need of leaving the product. You get all the functionality you need to work with these assets and to share it with your colleagues. So this is our goal, to always deliver functionalities which are helping you as a user working quick and easy with all of the assets which are in the ImageShop system, and also have access to all the other systems which you are using and combine these data in a very, very simple way. This is a very quick overview of the functionalities. I think we could switch back, and if you like, it would be really amazing if we can just start having some questions and discuss about your situations out there.
Yeah. Skal jeg snakke?
Vi er på.
Yes, thank you very much, Andreas, for a nice walkthrough of the plugin. So now it's open for questions from the audience. So if anyone have have questions, please please ask them. I think I've got the first one here. Just a moment. What do you do if you want to edit a picture in Photoshop and then use it in InDesign?
Yeah, just do it. You can so as it is a version of a picture or the picture itself, you can create it in Photoshop or in Illustrator, whatever you want, and then immediately use it within InDesign. And if you use it in InDesign and you change it after you have put it into InDesign, the CIR panel will give you a warning that there is a newer version available, which is not in your InDesign document now, and you can just click a button and update it.
What about Lightroom? Is there a plugin for Lightroom as well?
No, unfortunately for Lightroom there is none. Adobe does not support the program technology we are using for all the other Adobe products. So no, there is no Lightroom plugin.
I can just add from ImageShop here. Actually, ImageShop have a connection with Lightroom. So it's if you possess Lightroom, it's possible to import images directly, and also the tagging from Lightroom. So that is possible in ImageShop today.
Yeah, what you can do, just to add that, if you want to use Lightroom assets, then you can use the Lightroom assets absolutely with the CIR plugin.
Yeah. Okay. I just read another question here. I'm not sure I understand regarding storage of an InDesign document. When I place images, they are stored locally on my computer. All my InDesign documents are stored on a server, and when my colleague opens the same document, all files are missing. Should I store all InDesign documents in ImageShop?
So yes, you should store all images in ImageShop because that's the best place for an asset to be. But the situation that InDesign or all the Adobe products need the file on a local drive, you don't need to worry about that at all. The CIR plugin makes sure that when you have assets on your local drive and you use the link functionality, that it's all synchronized. So if you send an InDesign document to a colleague and he has access to the ImageShop system, he also then has access to all of the images you used in your InDesign document. We make sure that there is no broken link in the InDesign document.
What about Adobe Captive?
No. No captive yet.
No captive yet. Then we continue here. Yes, is it possible to get a plugin to another CMS? We are using E-Redakteur. That's a Norwegian name, E-Redakteur. Yes, that's a. I think E-Redakteur is a Norwegian CMS. It's not impossible to get an integration to E-Redakteur because ImageShop, yeah, there is an API, and so we can return to that question. But yeah.
Yeah, if that makes sense and if they are interested, we are happy to integrate them into our system. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Then it's what type of license is needed for ImageShop users? Yeah, you as an ImageShop user, you need both a special license for ImageShop, and you need a CI Hub license. So you need you need a user license for CI Hub. Fortunately, we have a very good offer now until the 31st of December. So you get it for with 50% deduction. And you also need to have the access in ImageShop. So there's also a license in ImageShop and a startup fee, which is also deducted by 50%.
We will come back to the pricing.
Sunniva will return to the pricing at the end, but has lots of questions. So yes, that's the type of license we have. Yes, we are collaborating with an external bureau making our magazine. How can we work together with them on the same document? That's the question.
As long as they have access to your image, to the same ImageShop database, and they have a CI plugin, they can just work together with you. It's a very common use case, absolutely.
Yeah, so they can have their own plugin and log into your ImageShop system.
Yes, yes.
And they can have access to parts or all of the ImageShop content. Yes, does the license we pay to CI Hub also cover Getty Images and Unsplash or just ImageShop?
If you have a full version, it does cover all of the connections to all of the systems.
Yeah. So
very good.
It's covered.
Very good. Please continue if there's anything else to ask. We have received some questions in advance as well, and here's one of them. Do you have any plans of integrating with Adobe XD?
With Adobe what?
XD.
With Adobe XD. Yes, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So
in the moment we're supporting Figma and Sketch because these are the most popular programs out there. But yes, Adobe XD is on our plan too.
Yeah. And what are your thoughts, plans regarding the plugin and the new Apple silicon chips?
This is not a question from us. This is just a simple question from Adobe. Yeah. As soon as Adobe supports that, we will do the same.
Yeah, yeah, okay, that's good. And then another one. In short, what do you what would you say are the three main advantages of the CI Hub plugin for the ImageShop users? What are the main advantages?
So the main advantages for the users, especially if you're using ImageShop, is you never have to leave your program where you're working in. This is really saving a lot of time. The second is the synchronization. So whenever you're in a design or in a layout, you just push the link button and you make sure that you always have the right and the actual assets, and it's synchronized. You know that you're using an image in your layout and that image is not in your ImageShop system, then it begins to get complicated when you work together with your colleagues. With the plugin, it's always synchronized. And the third thing is there are additional functionalities like the built-in option to connect to Getty or to Shutterstock. That also saves a lot of time and keep your ImageShop system consistent and your work with your colleagues easier. So I would say these are the three main things. Yeah. And if you're a larger organization, to have a very simple setup, a very user-friendly interface, and a very simple way on how to manage that in a corporate, this is also a big plus.
Yeah, very good. And you are supported here by one of the attendants. Not a question, but this has really made my work life so much easier. Thank you. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
good to hear. What about Adobe Spark page and Spark post?
Yeah, it's very simple. We can support all programs from Adobe that are supporting something called CEP. This is an API, this is an interface. As long as the Adobe product is supporting that, we can also do that. The Lightroom, Captivate, Spark are not supporting that. So we can't. As soon as Adobe would change that, we would be happy to support this. Absolutely.
Very good. Very good.
I think that's
Yes, I think that was all so long, but please ask more questions. We have a question here about the frequency of updates. How long after Adobe comes with an update to its programs can we expect that that CA Hub is fully functional again? Do you experience the problems with keeping the pace of Adobe?
The average time till we deliver a version that works with the next Adobe version is maybe 12 hours.
Okay.
Maybe 24 sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. You have a good connection there. So
Yes.
so you of course you know about this well in advance. Okay. I think this sounds marvelous. Hope we will be able to have it in my organization is the last statement here. So we hope to. That would be wonderful.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yes.
I can explain. I will switch to Norwegian for a little while, Andreas, and I will come.
Sure.
Hope you understand.
Ok, så veldig kjekt at det har kommet inn så mange spørsmål og fine kommentarer. Nå lurer sikkert en del av dere på hvordan dere skal komme i gang. Det er jo sånn som Torbjørn har nevnt, vi har 50% rabatt nå på oppsettet av pluginene fra ImageShop sin side, og så er det halv pris på CA Hub sin lisens for alle våre kunder. Det betyr at du får halv pris i 1 år frem i tid. Da vil det være da en oppsettskostnad på 4.750, det er en engangskostnad. Og så er det lisensen fra ImageShop på 950 kroner i måneden. Det er ubegrenset antall brukere fra vår side. Og så har man en lisens fra da CA Hub på 97 kroner og 50 øre i måneden per bruker. Så da får de tilgang til hele CA Hub-plugene med full tilgang til både Shutterstock og disse andre integrasjoner også da. Så hvis dere vil ha et skriftlig tilbud eller ønsker å bare bestille modulen, så kan dere sende en e-post direkte til meg på sunniva@screentech.no, og da får dere tilgang til plugene på dagen, hvis dere har lyst til å prøve det allerede i dag.
Ja.
Så jeg vet ikke om det har kommet inn noe mer, eller om...
Nei, jeg tror det var, vi har jo fått masse spørsmål. Jeg håper, nå skal vi se, her var en ny melding. Ja, eller det var den siste.
Vi har fått en til.
Ja, skal vi se. Can I share this workshop movie with our external bureau? Yeah, yes, that's fine. That's absolutely. That's very good. Yes, please share.
Ja, alle vil få en tilsendt på e-post etterpå opptaket.
Yeah, we will send the video afterwards. Hopefully today. We just have to retrieve it. So yeah. Yeah.
One for Veronica. This looks great. We have waited for InDesign plugin for a while. Yeah. A lot of our customers has been waiting for this. We're really happy to announce it.
A waiting list.
Yes.
Yeah. But Sunniva will handle the requests
Yes.
very fast. So it's no problem. Yes, it's easy to get ahead, and Hub also have lots of training videos showing you how to use it together with various Adobe programs. So there are some learning stuff available. We also made a video in Spintac showing it specifically together with the ImageShop, and I think this webinar, so to have this webinar by hand can make it easy to get along. Yeah.
Got one more.
Yes. Did you also talk about an integration towards Google Google My Business? Or
I think that's now called Google Workspace. And yes, if you are using Google Sheets or Google Docs or Google Slides, then you can also have all of your assets in ImageShop and use them in the same way I've showed it to you. You get it in the Google Store. Just go to the Google Store, download the plugin, and test it with your system.
What about Canva?
Yeah, this is something what we would love to do, but the Canva guys have not decided to talk with us yet.
Okay.
So hopefully in the future.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Very good. Okay. We're approaching 45 minutes now. There's 3 minutes left, so there's still and of course there's possibility afterwards as well if you have any something questions. Yes, if everyone is happy so far. I want to thank you, Andreas. Thank you very much for joining us and giving us this nice presentation. It's
always a pleasure to do that with you. Great.
Yeah.
Thanks to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Jeg vil bare si tusen takk til alle sammen som har deltatt i dag. Veldig kjekt.
Ja, veldig kjekt. Det var mange som har vært med her og aktive brukere, så det er bare å ta kontakt hvis det skulle være spørsmål etterpå. Så skal vi dele videoen så snart vi får snudd oss rundt et par ganger. Så hører dere fra oss. Ha en fin dag.
Tusen takk.
Ha det bra. Ha det. Ja, jeg vet ikke om jeg skal.